to so get the players to watch that element of the game, that playlist that are related to that. And then maybe one of our other objectives was, I've talked about breaking the last line, effectively break the last line. Well, then we make a playlist regarding to that, and then the players that are most pertinent and most involved with that element of the game, they would analyze that playlist. Then you maybe have 3 or 4 versions of that. Then I would give the players an allotted amount of time to watch through that video. But what I would also try to do is divert their point their eyes towards, I don't know which one it is, point their eyes towards what I want to lead their learning towards. So if it's the build-up example, and we have a principle of having +1 in build-up, I would have them look at, well, what was their pressing strategy? Did we get to +1 in our build-up? And if we didn't, how could we have done that? And then I want them to start telling the story of the game. So, we're not just saying commentary things like the ball speed was slow. Why was the ball speed slow? Were people receiving enough space because we'd constructed an overload in the back line, or did we do it and the ball speed just wasn't quick enough? What's the reason behind what we're doing? So ask some questions around it, and then I'm big on them feeding back to the group as a whole on their findings of what they've come to the learning, because I think it's a good way to consolidate everything that's been spoken around. And then what you get is a sharing of all the information across the players. So the players that are talking about breaking the last line feed that back to everybody else. The players that are talking about the build up, they're feeding that back to everybody else, and then so on and so forth with the other groups. So yeah, without actually seeing a classroom session, that's a whistle stop tour of what the structure of what I think quite an effective way of getting players to lead on their own analysis might look like.